I love making books. And the first book was 1986, and it was a volume of the Ballad of Sexual Dependency slideshow, almost like a book of a film, because I like to think my slideshows are films made of stills, because I'm still a frustrated filmmaker. Now I make videos, but using archival photographs. But I like to think the slideshows exist cinematically. So I made the book, my first book, and I still love it. It's still in print, which I'm very proud of. The cover of the book is a picture of myself with my boyfriend at the time. It's called Brian and Nan in Bed. And it was taken because in the slideshow there was pictures of friends having sex and they didn't want them in the slideshow anymore. And I try to always respect the people in my pictures and not show pictures of them if they ask not to. So I took the pictures out, and then I decided to photograph myself doing the same thing I had shown other people doing. And I set up a camera with a cable release, and Brian and I had sex. And then at the end, there's this image of him sitting on the edge of the bed smoking, and me looking at him. And he's very much in himself, and I'm very much looking still for the connection. And I didn't direct it. It was set up in that the camera was set there, but I didn't direct any of it. And you see a certain fear or trepidation in my face looking at him that I didn't know. And in fact, it was a precursor of the violence in the relationship, the jealousy, and the interdependency that ended in chaos. He ended up battering me a year later after that picture. And the back cover is a picture called The Hug, where it's an anonymous couple, and it's unusual for me to have people that are anonymous in it. It's a hug that's a hug of desperation and powerful love, and it's kind of the platonic ideal of a hug, like that is a hug. And it's taken at a party in 1980, and the man in the picture was a good friend of mine, and I used to photograph at parties. I used to photograph while I was dancing. I used to photograph while I was having sex. I used to photograph so much that people no longer were aware of it. It was like my camera was an extension of my hand, and it was just that kind of movement that was so natural that people didn't notice it anymore. And in those years, there weren't a lot of photographers. It wasn't like now. There were no phones, no cell phones, no phones with cameras or videos. So in a way, this snapshot aesthetic of mine is now similar to what's being done on Instagram. But at the time, people didn't seem to feel the need to document all of their lives and share it. And now, since 10 years, since Instagram was introduced, it's become an obsession of so many people to share every intimate detail of their lives. I'm very proud to have been given a Hasselblad award. The book we made, The Beautiful Smile, is one of my favorite. And I think photographs work best in books. So people can, I love making slideshows, but I also understand that people need to look at photographs at their own pace and their own timing.